So we have a dumbbell incline chest press here. I'll show you the barbell version in a little bit, but we'll start off with the dumbbells. Incline for the bench, you want it like 45-degree angle or less. I'm not sure what this is. This is less than 45 degrees. This works really good. I don't got a lot of options to play with this one. Some of them you can go up like just a little bit at a time. This one, if I go up one more, that's closer to 45, but it's also kind of tall. Right now, I'm gonna start feeling this a lot more in the shoulders, which is okay if that's your goal, but typically for the incline chest press, we're trying to hit the chest. So, play around with the angle as well. Some people like it a little bit lower, some like it a little bit higher, so you're gonna have to find what works good for you and helps you feel connected to the movement. You can go on a bit of an angle like that, like angle the wrists a little bit. Typically this, like pretending to hold on to a bar, will cause the elbows to flare out a lot more, which is no bueno on the shoulders after a while. You're gonna start to just feel it right in the shoulder joint. Again, if you're trying to hit more of the shoulders, you can play around with that form. Typically, a little bit of an angle works great because then you keep about another 45-degree angle from the elbow to the body. Okay, you can also try a little bit closer as well. Another version that works really good for targeting the pecs is you kind of twist them so my palms are facing the inside at the bottom. I can get a lot deeper with this one. Let the elbows sink in underneath me and my shoulder blades squeeze together behind me so I get a big stretch through the pecs and then push up like that. Okay, if I go down to here, I would stop here. If I can turn them in, I sink in just a little bit deeper. I'm also trying to get the side of the dumbbell to tap my pecs at the very bottom if I'm not doing that twist. For the barbell version, same rules apply to the bench incline. It's gonna start up a little bit higher. I want you to find a good place to actually unrack the bar. As it starts to get heavy, if you're lifting it up from like back here, again, that's kind of a lot on the shoulders. So sometimes as it starts to get heavy, I'll actually slide myself up on the bench, unrack it just a little bit, and then kind of slide myself down. But again, whatever your preference is. You could play around with the width of your hands as well, as long as the bar is hitting like mid to lower pecs here. Okay, you don't have to go any lower than that. Right now it's at like the top of my abs, and that's kind of low. If I go any higher, like upper chest, my elbows start flaring out. I get a big stretch here. So this is something that you can play around with as well, but probably not super heavy. But lower pecs should be a good target to aim for. For the width, you want to keep your wrist stacked right above your elbow and then straight up through there. So down slow, bring your chest to the bar, and then boom. If you have access to these safety bars on the side, set them just a little bit lower, okay? So if you need to and you can't get it up, you just plop them there, and then you can squirm yourself out from underneath this if you need to. If you're at home and you're by yourself and you don't have these safety bars on the side, best recommendation is maybe don't use collars, okay? I've heard, this is not something you want to hear when you're about to go do this exercise, but safety first. Don't use the collars, so at some point, if you have to bail, you can just kind of tilt it and the weight slide off. Just so you don't get pinned underneath the bar. I've heard horror stories from real people, and it, no bueno. But that is it. Again, slow on the way down, full range of motion. Don't let those elbows flare out too wide. If you're using the dumbbells or the barbell, think you're creating a line from the lower portion of the pecs, and that'll allow for a good activation of the pecs. Boom.